Welcome to Grandma Ray Don't Play, and I'm Rachel. So today we're gonna cook in the Power Pressure XL, okay? And that's this machine right here. It's a great machine. There's 7 appliances in one. So the first thing we're gonna make beef stew, and we're gonna steam some potatoes at the same time. So the first thing I want to do is I want to saute the beef and get some color and let the juices flow and some seasoning on it. And after I saute that for about maybe 5 minutes, then we'll add the other items, which is the carrots and the potatoes and onions and green peppers and seasoning and some onion soup mix we're going to add to it today, as well as a little gravy to thicken it. Alright, so let's get started. The first thing I want to do is saute. So I'm going to hit the saute button, which is right here in the middle. Okay, so once you do that, it's heating up. I can feel it hot down there. And then we're going to add, once it gets a little more hotter, we're going to add the beef. Okay? Alright, we'll be back. Okay, as you can see, when I push the saute button, it has the word PO20 there. So that's what you're going to see when it's heating up to saute. Alright? So we're going to now add the beef. This is just cut up beef for the beef stew. You hear that? And then we want to add some seasoning. That was about maybe 3 tablespoons. Some parsley flakes. I like putting herbs in my food. I think it brings something to the dish. So that was about maybe, I'd say, a tablespoon and a half. Parsley. That was about a tablespoon. And I'm gonna add onion soup and dip mix. Yeah, that'll work. That's all we need is about 3/4 cup of water. And this is poultry gravy because I don't have any brown gravy today, so I'm going to use what I have. Poultry gravy, and I'm going to put about a 1/2 cup of this. If you have the packages, just put 1 package. And that's just to thicken it up. So we're going to stir all this in terms of the broth. So we'll run enough gravy to really thicken up pretty good. So I'm gonna add a little more gravy. So I would say we're gonna put 3/4 cup of gravy in here, or if you have a package, 1 to 2 package, depending on how thick you want yours. That looks like it's gonna be nice now. Okay. And this is what I really want you to see. This is something new I'm gonna do. This is a strainer that drops down in here. It stops halfway. It's for you to steam vegetables and that sort of thing in the Power Pressure Cooker XL. So I'm gonna drop it in because what I want to do is drop the rest of my potatoes on the top. Because I want to cook the potatoes separately, even though I added some already in the beef stew. I want these potatoes cooked separately so that I can mix and make another dish with it. So we're just going to do this today to show you how you can cook more than one thing at one time with this machine. You can actually cook 2. How about that? The other day, you know, I don't know if you've seen my video or not, but the other day I cooked rice on the bottom and vegetables on the top. It was great. I mean, and that was all in 6 minutes. You can't beat that. Okay? All right, so now I'm gonna get the top and lock it down. All right? And I'll be back. Okay, so now I have the top. Remember this knob here is where you want to line up the arrow on here with the arrow on the bottom base of this. That's to lock the steam in. So you turn it and you can kind of hear it when it comes up and drops down. Okay, it's locked down. You see that? Let me see if I can show you. You see? Okay. Sometimes it doesn't go quite there, but you can go as far as it can. It'll stop on its own, and then you're locked down. So now we want to put the top on. So when you put the top on, you see it locked down, right? So now you want to turn this to the word lock. There's a little knob here and the word lock. This is where you want to take it to. If you hear beep beep, then it's not all the way closed. Now, it's saying lid. Okay, and we'll be back. Okay, so we're gonna put the lid on now again. All right, and now it's on correctly. If you ever hear the beep, 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 cut it off and then put the lid back on and it should reset to 0 here. So we have 0, and now I have to pick an option of what setting do I want to push to cook the beef stew and the potatoes, okay? All right, we'll be back. Okay, so now we want to press It says soup stew. And we are making beef stew. So that's what we're gonna press. Soup stew. And it says it's gonna cook for 10 minutes. All right? So we'll let that cook. When it gets close to ending on the 10 minutes, we'll take a look and see what's happening, okay? Now remember, we have to wait until the steam starts building up and starts coming out. It'll come out right here. And when that happens, then you're gonna push the red button down with a spoon, not your hand, with the spoon. And that locks the pressure in and it'll start to cook. So it's really not cooking right now. It's just waiting on the steam to build up. Okay? So when the steam starts coming out, I'll be back. Thank you. Okay, the steam built up and the red button popped up by itself. So the steam is all locked in and it's cooking now. So we'll wait until it stops, okay? The time for the stew is already pre-programmed in. It's for 10 minutes. So we'll wait and see in 10 minutes how that worked out. I think it's gonna be good. We'll be back. Okay, so our time have just cut off. The 10 minutes have ended. So you have two choices. You can wait until this cools down, which is about maybe 30-40 minutes. Or if you want to open it right away, you can do so, but you have to let the steam out in order to be safe, okay? So the way you let the steam out is, you take a spoon with a long handle so that your hand is nowhere near the steam, and you can just lift up on one side and you'll see the steam come out. Stand back and let the steam come out. See that? I'm way back here. And the steam will release. And we'll be back. Okay, all the steam is out, and you know all the steam is out because you won't hear any more steam coming up, and also the red button will drop back down. That's how you know the steam is out, okay? So it's safe to open now. So I'm gonna open it up. And we're gonna take a look. We'll be back. Okay, I want you to look at the white potatoes that we put in the steam tray on the top. See that? All done, and it's separate from the beef stew. Okay? Okay. Now, we want to take okay, and that will be used for another dish later. But we got two things cooked all in 10 minutes, or actually 15. We sauteed the beef separately for 5 minutes first. So a total of 15 minutes. All right, so now I want to take the steam tray out. And we want to check on the beef stew. It looks nice and thick. Let's check our temperature. This is my temperature thermometer. Done. We're over 165, so we are good. You know, beef don't have to cook to 165. I want to just give you a picture of this so you can see how this looks. All right. Here's the beef stew. See? Nice. Now we want to give it a taste, and I'll be back. Okay, I have my spoon, and we want to taste and see how it is. It's hot. I love the flavor. It's really, really nice. The carrots are tender, but still firm and not broken up. Let's taste the beef and the potatoes. I'm pleased. I think you will be too. So let's analyze the cost. The package of beef was $5. I used 4 large potatoes out of a 5-pound bag of potatoes that cost $2.99. So let's say that's $1. And the carrots, I bought a bag of carrots for $1, and I used half of the bag of carrots, so that's 50 cents. So we're at $6.50. $6.50 for a family of 4 or 5. That's a good deal, all in 15 minutes. So imagine this. You're gonna put all of your ingredients in the pot, right? In the pressure cooker XL. Before you go to work, and then you're gonna set it off, and you're gonna wait until the steam builds up and make sure the red button pops up so the steam locks in, and then you can just go ahead on about your business to work or do your shopping or watch TV or whatever you want to do, and in 10 minutes it will completely cook your food. Your dish will be done, and it will go to warm. This is the warm button. You see the light is on the warm? It'll stay warm forever until you cut it off. Whether it's tonight, later on in the day, whenever you want. And you come from work or when you come from shopping or whatever, it will always stay warm for you until you shut it off. You can't beat that. Come on, $6.50 for a meal. You put in and you went on about your business and it gets done in 15 minutes. That's pretty good. Okay? So remember, the Power Pressure XL. Great tool to have. You know, years ago when we had the pressure cooker, they had the top on the, it was a top that you sat on the top of the cover. And you was always concerned whether that would come off or blow off. Well, this top is locked in. It will not come out, so you don't have to worry about that. That's a good safety feature. Okay? All right, this is Grandma Ray Don't Play, and I'm Rachel. And remember, please subscribe. Okay? Thank you. Bye-bye.